Welcome to Firm, folks. Mark Merrill here, as always. This is our special edition Maine primary election episode for 2026. The Firm question for Maine primary voters. We were one of 5, I believe, if not 6 states on June 9th that participated in primary elections that are necessary to be held when newcomers as well as challengers and incumbents, those already in office, vie to either keep their jobs or the people will vote and make the final decision. We've always thought that way here at Firm, folks, based on the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the entire United States Constitution, or we focus on the First Amendment. But to get things started, you see before you the question, and we put this to voters in our 4 town, 1 city, and 3 other town communities in central Maine. What do Maine people need to live a better life over the next 4 to 8 years? What do Maine people need to live a better life over the next 4 to 8 years? Upcoming shortly here, folks, are the audio replies, some of the people we talked to in Winslow, Waterville, Oakland, and Fairfield. And are some of these a bit low-key? What we mean by that is some of the people were a little hesitant at first, of course, and we told them in advance, before we turned on the recorder, that we would tell them we would not ask for their name, the town they're from, and even who they voted for. That was our primary format, if you will, before we asked them the question. So here, folks, is that audio. And we do apologize for some of the audio quality from our equipment. I think you can get the idea as to what the primary ideas or primary issues facing Maine voters was all about on June 9th.
Maine people like yourself need to live a better life over the next 48 years.
Oh, good Lord. We need to take care of the poor, the homeless. And I don't like the way they're doing the fallbacks on wind farms and all that crap. We're going to get poison all over again.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
People like yourself need to live a better life over the next 48 years. I would clarify that a little bit. 4 to 8 meaning 4 years for like a governor or a state house representative here. Or I stretched that to 8 in case there's 2 terms for the person that's chosen for governor. Or I'm thinking of Susan Collins. She gets reelected. She's only 6, so I just want to keep it in that genre. So anyway, what do you like yourselves need for a better life over those next 48 years?
Mostly insurance, lower insurance, health insurance. We also need the health areas to be a little bit closer to home, as a lot of things have been closing down, specifically here in Waterville. So now I have to travel further. It's further out, even though I need more insurance. The location and the time is further out. Don't see them better on that, so I definitely like to see a little better on that.
So what about the lifestyle now over the next 48 years? Just say that again.
I'm just fine the way things are.
Live a better life, would you say, over the next 48 years?
48 years, lower cost in general is way too high now. Living, gasoline, food, house payments. I rent, so yeah. That's too high too.
That's all it is.
That's it. Well, thank you.
I would say politicians that can get along and work for the people. I'd like to see gas prices come down, housing more affordable, and that's just for starters.
I mean, people like yourself need to live a better life over the next 48 years. Lower all the taxes. That's pretty much it. To live a better life over the next 48 years.
Decrease the taxes, the property taxes, and us being taxed, and to create more jobs in Maine, and to come up with a workable healthcare system where we're not being taxed to pay for it. Or the main thing is that the governor's office and the legislative branch in Augusta, they need to manage the budget from getting money every year from the federal government and from us taxpayers, and they need to manage it and stop overspending it. That's the main issue.
48 years, what'd you say?
Oh gosh, there's a long list. Healthcare, housing, energy.
All right.
Yeah.
We need to live a better life over the next 48 years. That's a loaded question.
Well, see, I'm thinking of the, Governor 4 or Governor 8 type of,
Yeah.
and then of course the state senators or state House people, or in Susan Collins gets reelected, then she's 6, so I'm kind of looking at that spectrum there. So,
Well, I think a lot of it's healthcare. Healthcare, energy costs,
taxes.
Absolutely. Oh,
Taxes.
taxes. Oh my God.
that'd be my 3
Killing
maybe.
us.
That's it. Well,
South moving north.
people like yourself need to live a better life over the next 48 years. So.
Want to get Trump out? Number 2, maybe better money to buy groceries and all that stuff.
Less immigration, more money going to people of Maine, not people elsewhere.
Next 48.
Have better healthcare.
People like yourself need to live a better life over the next 48 years. I'm basing it on 2 years for the legislators down there in Augusta, 4 years for the governor, 8 if they get a second term, and then of course, Susan Collins is in between there with the 6,
I think the biggest thing is working on how much we're being taxed right now. I think we're being taxed in every function they can convince us to allow us to be taxed. So I think that's one of the biggest things. There's plenty of other topics around, but I think that's one of the biggest ones. People being taxed in every part of their life.
us need to live a better life over the next 48 years.
Say that again.
What do Maine people, like yourself, need to live a better life over the next 48 years?
Decrease inflation. And better healthcare.
Life over the next, 48 years.
No, I think life's pretty good. We just can't even think of anything.
That's a good answer. Sure.
Keep fixing the tracks, like we did.
The tracks, railroad.
The railroad tracks, yeah. Roads. I think life is pretty good in Fairfield.
Have a better life over the next 48 years. To lead a better life? Yeah. Or have a better life. To lead a better life. That's a good question. To make life easier, that's what. To make life easier? Anything, really.
I got.
You know what, I can't. My life easier is to have. To have the town plow the end of my driveway up That's what I would say. I pay taxes, that's their property. It's a property they can come by with a little truck, push that snow, those big banks they make, and push it right off to the side. That would make my life easier, because I have to use my snow blower and dig it with my shovel. As I get older, it gets harder. Big ice pigs. So that's my thing. In the winter. Last time. Okay. That's it. No, 4 to 8. I'm sorry. I caught someone else a little bit. I mean 4 to 8. Yeah, be more specific.
4 to 8.
Yeah. See, I'm talking about like the
Jobs. That's the most important thing, and then healthcare is next. Those are the 2 important things that I can think of.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen, and we do apologize again for some of that audio quality, but I think you get the message from most of those folks from Waterville, Winslow, Oakland, and Fairfield. So we crossed the border a little bit there into southern Somerset County, but Fairfield, of course, as most people around here know, is quite near to the Hutamaki border, or I should say line, between Waterville and Fairfield. And we appreciate the general public cooperating here with us. What do Maine people like yourself need to live a better life over the next 4 to 8 years? That was it, basically. Now, we do have a couple of more pieces of information to go over with you folks. But before we do, let's take down our little note here and move along, and so you can see that basically that is the question right there. We'll back up our camera for you a little bit for you there. We thank you for joining us here as Firm gives questions to voters as to what they need to live a better life over the next 4 to 8 years. So we're going to back it up here a little bit, folks, and you can see the question a lot better, including our camera. And there it is, much better, of course. What the people need. And they certainly came through in more ways than one. As just we do one more adjustment, folks, we sent another question out to some private citizens, who we will not name, of course. And we received 2 answers so far from our additional question to those citizens and a few left-wing and conservative media organizations. Yeah, we try to cover all avenues and all sides, folks, despite what the deflectocrats say, oh no, we can't talk to you. Right. Yeah. They seem to live in this bubble, is what I want to call it. It's a kind of bubble, all right. A bubble of contentiousness, secrecy, not letting anybody know who the hell is paying them to coerce and take away our rights and freedoms. Side note from Firm. But here's the question to these private citizens, folks, as well as the media organizations who really deserve a good old kick in the pants. Now, we're not saying that all conservative organizations that we sent this question to are that way. No, we are not. But here's the question. Do legal American citizens' opinions and views matter in November of 2026? That's where the rubber meets the road. Any other cliches you want to use? The you-know-what hits the fan permanently, or at least for the next 4 years, maybe longer. Well, we first got one on a response to that question. Once again, do legal American citizens' opinions and views matter in November of 2026? Well, Firm first got this answer from Senator Angus King's email, senator@king.senate.com. Here's that. Thanks for reaching out, comes from his letterhead, United States Senate. This email is not monitored. Please see the information below my signature to get in touch. Best regards, Angus. Yeah. To reply or get back in touch with me, this is printed, a statement. To get back with me, he says, on another issue, please visit the contact page on my website. The address that sent this message does not accept incoming messages. Aw. Can tell we give a darn. Then a request, as we put the main wire on this question as well, from Editor-in-Chief Steve Robinson, urging us to send inquiries to editor@themainwire.com. However, we did get some additional news update. The information on the Oyster Man, now Senate candidate Graham Plattner, as I'm sure many of you are aware of. So here is that report. Main Wire, Steve Robinson. Seems there's some changes about in his website, folks. Oh my gracious sakes. Plattner's website is being charged with lying. Really? Yep. And some, backlash. So let's see what that's about as we wrap up this program segment. All about firm covering the greater Waterville area on June 9th. Getting the voters' point of view right there. What do the people need? Our Q&A poll. This was posted on June 5th from Steve Robinson, the Robinson Report, and Main Wire TV. Seems Mr. Plattner's website had to change because of some information that was getting a little bit too hot under the collar, as it were. As we show our wonderful Maine Bicentennial t-shirt. We got Lewiston teacher backlash and Maine absentee ballot questions shaking state politics. Now it says there's an edited clip that you can find over on Main Wire TV or mainwire.com, themainwire.com. An edited clip from the Lewiston Forum led to an educator being placed on administrative leave. Maybe you'll recall that one. But here's the one paragraph that they sent to us, folks, from Steve Robinson and the Robinson Report. After the Washington Free Beacon, one of our sources on Graham Plattner, after the Free Beacon questioned Graham Plattner's harbor master claim, his campaign website was updated to say he no longer holds the position. Okay. Additionally, after a Lewiston educator spoke at the Community Conversation Forum, a Lewiston educator spoke at a Community Conversation Forum on youth gun violence. You may recall that being publicized, folks, and it's even a full 1-hour video is on Main Wire TV, co-hosted by John Featherston. Calvary Chapel pastor as well, and Ben Midgley, GOP contender. Sophia Khalid posted an edited clip that led to the educator being placed on administrative leave. After she spoke out, the Lewiston educator spoke out about gun violence, youth gun violence. That was the whole idea behind the whole forum, ladies and gentlemen. So Ms. Khalid can go shove it. But she says, Ms. Khalid said that she posted an edited clip that led to the educator being placed on administrative leave. The story quickly widened into questions about free speech and school discipline. No kidding. Once again, Ms. Khalid, you can shove it. Far up as it'll go. And then shut the hell up. Courtesy of me. Mark Merrill at Firm. You got a question for me about it and free speech in this country, in this state? Talk to me. Happy to meet with you, but you won't, because you're a coward and a liar. But Khalid's influence and whether the full main wire footage changed the district's response just the same. You say you can get more information on this, folks, from the Robinson Report on their Substack app. Okay? That's where that comes from. And there it is, once again, folks. Graham Plattner, put that out of the way a little bit, seems to have some problems with his website. But he's got bigger problems coming up, even though he won a big majority to be the Democratic state representative for the U.S. Senate seat held by incumbent Susan Collins. So that's what we have for you, folks, right here on Firm, Fairness in Reporting Media. Mark Merrill, as always, here to report on the latest news and the latest things when it comes to politics that involve our freedoms and our rights. As always, right up at the top there, folks, contact us anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com, fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com. We're on X, YouTube, and our website on Substack. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy the summer weather. Peace to all.